What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Mainly Movies, the channel where we talk about, well, mainly movies. Wow. Just right off the bat, wow. So Joker is directed by Todd Phillips and stars Joaquin Pheonix and Robert De Niro. The story follows the character Arthur Fleck, who has been beaten down in society and slowly decays into one of the most famous comic book villains, Joker.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you.
So right off the bat, this is probably one of the best movies I've seen this year. This movie was mesmerizing. Every scene from start to finish, this movie just hooked me, and this character was so good. The direction that Todd Phillips went in and his directing in general was phenomenal with this movie. He was the perfect choice to direct this film, and I'm glad he did, because he just really nailed it. The shot composition in this movie was beautiful. The greenish look just made this movie look gritty and just disturbing, and it kind of escalated the character a little bit just by the visuals, and I just thought it was phenomenal to look at. Although the story has I've kind of seen it before in movies like The King of Comedy, and that's negative for some people. For me, it wasn't really a negative because this movie still felt fresh. A lot of people compared this to Taxi Driver as well. I guess because it's about one character and this kind of slow decay of that character. I still feel like this movie was fresh, so that wasn't really a negative for me. To be honest, I don't even really think I had a negative with this movie, to be honest, because I thought that it did everything right. Now we're going to talk about Joaquin Pheonix as the Joker himself, or as Arthur Fleck. He did an amazing job at making you feel sympathy for this character, as well as making you feel uneasy when he starts to lose his mind a little bit. This isn't really a spoiler as well, he has this kind of condition where when he's nervous or he's under a lot of pressure, he has this laugh, and it's such a disturbing laugh because it's like his own Joker laugh, but he has this kind of cough and it kind of catches in his throat, and it's really disturbing, and I really liked that kind of direction they went with the character, how he kind of has that condition. There was no bad decisions made in this movie. I thought it was really good. Towards the end of the movie, it becomes a little more of like a DC film. The first and second act of this movie felt like it was its own film, but then it slowly gets towards like the DC aspect of the movie, and that didn't really bother me because I knew it was going to happen. I knew stuff like that was going to happen. And I was going to put this as a negative, but it's not really a negative I have with the movie, it's more a negative I have with the trailer. And that is, a lot of the best scenes in this movie are in the trailer, and I felt like I personally wouldn't have put them in the trailer, and I felt like I shouldn't have watched the trailer before I saw the movie, but I wanted to watch the trailer because I wanted to get pumped for the movie. But a lot of the best scenes are in the trailer, like a lot of the third act is in the trailer, and a lot of just the big scenes in this movie are shown in the previews and all the promotional stuff for the movie. So if you haven't really seen much and you haven't seen the movie, don't pay attention to the trailers or whatever, although it might be a bit too late. Just try and avoid that. But other than that, this movie was really good. Joaquin Phoenix was really good. I can't really compare him to Heath Ledger, mainly because Heath Ledger is really good, really quotable, and I love his performance as the Joker. Arthur Fleck feels a bit more violent and a bit different, so I like them in their both ways, and I can't really say who's better at the moment. But this is by far one of my favourite movies of the year. Definitely check out Joker. Now, I didn't really want to get into much of the controversy around this movie about how it encourages violence, and I can see how people see that, but in a way, I tried to avoid that, and I didn't actually really want to talk about it in the review, but I guess we kind of have to. I feel like the main problem people have with this movie, the main concern they have with this movie is the fact that it kind of sympathizes with this character. But in a way, there's only a couple of times in the character where he uses violence, and we sympathize with that. For the rest of it, when he uses violence, the movie does a good job at making you feel uneasy when it happens. So I understand it in a way, the controversy. Also, it wasn't intentional. The movie wasn't trying to be controversial. You can tell it doesn't make you, in the big violent scenes, it doesn't make you sympathize with them at all. It makes you afraid of this character. So that's my real opinion on the controversy behind the film, and I don't think you really should give the movie negative reviews because of that. I feel that's a bit harsh on the movie. I feel like you should just watch this as the movie, not if you get offended by that. Well, you know, that's just people's take and that's people's perception on the film. So I can't really comment on that if you personally got offended by this film. But I'm just saying, me personally, I didn't get offended by the film, but I can see how people can. But this movie was probably my favourite movie of the year, and I'm probably going to give Joker a 10 out of 10. So guys, thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned. This weekend I got another Halloween horror special coming out for VHS, so stay tuned for that, as well as some others later on in October. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.